hello, and the South Indian is here. Of course, politics is very, very important in our lives, but more than that, are natural disasters. We have to be very careful whenever the natural disasters break, whether it's man-made, in the sense that if it's propelled by human beings or even otherwise, we have to keep a very close watch on what goes on. Today, we're going to have a long discussion on the cyclone. The cyclonic storm Michaung, which formed over the Bay of Bengal, intensified into severe cyclonic storm before making a landfall in Andhra Pradesh's Bapatla beach on Tuesday. According to weather experts, the landfall near Bapatla was accompanied by a maximum sustained wind speed of 90 to 100 kilometers, gusting to 110 kilometers per hour. The weather system was predicted to move northwards parallel and close to South Andhra Pradesh coast and cross South Andhra Pradesh coast between Nellore and Machilipatnam. You can hear the sound. My God, is that fierce or what? The result was, of course, heavy rainfall in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh for the past 48 hours and rescuing nearly 9,450 people from low-lying areas to safety. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Revanth Reddy, directed officials to be on high alert for taking up relief measures, and the government issued an alert for 8 districts, that is Tirupati, Nellore, Prakasam, Bapatla, Krishna, West Godavari, Konnasima and Kakinada. The cyclone created havoc in Tamil Nadu, with at least 8 who have been reportedly dead and several who have been stranded. Around 17 subways, including the Ganesapuram subway, Gengureddy subway, Sembian, that is Perambur, Villivakam and Doraiswamy subway were closed due to waterlogging. The state, that is Tamil Nadu, declared a public holiday in 4 districts, including Chengalpattu and Kanchipuram. Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, who was monitoring the situation, deputed as many as 13 ministers to coordinate the rescue and relief operations. About 350 boats were mobilized to evacuate people from inundated areas. Over 700 personnel from the NDRF, SDRF, police and fire and rescue departments were tasked with rescuing people in inundated areas. About 250 of them were involved in rescue operations in Chennai. Let's now get some expert voices to understand the severity of the cyclone. In the studio with me, Dr. Naveen Kumar Bhatnagar, retired DIG of NDRF. Dr. Bhatnagar, such a pleasure to have you in the studio, sir.
Thank you.
And the thing is that, this is one of the most severe cyclones that one has, after Gulab, if you see, this is one of the most severe cyclones. So the point is that, a lot of people, this is a natural phenomenon, Dr. Bhatnagar. It's not that it's anything that human beings can avert. So talk to us about how severe this cyclone has been, sir.
Yeah, it was having the speed of 110 kilometers.
Okay.
So really it's severe. So when it was landfall near Machilipatnam, So the speed became up to 90. So impact of that cyclone was too high, because you know that the particular area of coastal area, it amounts to be a red zone area up to 500 meter.
सर क्यों रेड जोन क्यों कहते हैं?
Red zone means immediately मतलब a heavy impact will be there, because yeah, it's coming like
a swirl.
swan, and immediately when it tilt to the particular area, so complete area washouts.
अच्छा.
Wipe out.
Okay.
Wipe out. So it's a red zone, and having the water molecules with it, so heavy destruction becomes with this impact. So red zone, then the impact comes under after that up to 2 kilometer, it is orange zone. So our priority becomes that to evacuate the people, especially from the red zone area. So in the coastal area, what we found that most of the articles are there, like your vessels, your boats, ships, and paddies, and other kacha pakka jhopdi and all these things. These all are being vanished with the impact of this thing. So after that, people who are living in the pakka houses, means in the
but your priority will be to move people from low-lying areas.
Low-lying area.
For instance, 9,450 people, ladies and gentlemen,
shifted
so far have been shifted. They have been evacuated, and I think that is that is one of the primary things that the NDRF does, or even the SDRF. That's what कि low-lying areas से लोगों को shift करना,
and it's a prime duty of the state government as well, and on the advice of NDRF and SDRF, they are being shifted to the safer place on the rescue centers, which was declared by the government, and with the complete amenities. They will not find any type of this. The medical is there, food is there, residential and other things are there.
What about medical also?
Medical means the
first aid.
Your first aid means all the type of makeshift hospital, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, and this your food and other items are also available there, and to give all the shelter arrangements is required. They are being given. So as far as NDRF and SDRF is concerned, we are concerned about the safety of the people. And the not only people, even then animals also.
So let me understand this. For let's say in a place like Tamil Nadu, because it is impacted Tamil Nadu, also Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Telangana, some parts of Odisha. So sir, Tamil Nadu mein how many people from the NDRF must be working on the ground right now?
Yeah, so our 25 companies are deployed there.
Okay.
So it's depend upon the impact of the that cyclone. So first impact was there at Machilipatnam in that particular area. So our men campaigned there 3 days earlier.
Achha.
Yeah, than the impact. So so that they can make the arrangement, shifting the people to see the what are the amenities and requirement for the meet out the challenges of that particular cyclone.
Okay, so I just also want to ask you that, of course, people who live near the ocean, they are particularly vulnerable because there are gusty winds, which is true. But then, today, the whole of today, I, read about how people were stuck on the 10th floor with a small baby. They didn't have any baby food. There were old people. Now, in all this, does NDRF come or the local police and authorities?
Actually, there is a nodal agency of the state government under the leadership of commissioner or the district magistrate or whatever it may be. So, under them, NDRF, SDRF and Navy and other agencies are working. So, before that, all the arrangements has been made by the state government as per the NDMA Act and Policy 2009. And because I am the man who was the first introduced this NDRF in 2004 and 5.
Oh, all right.
So already we have given the adequate training to the all the coastal area people, and regularly we are giving the training with the help of the state government, as well as the shelters and the funds they require. So from the NDMA, and with the chairman of this NDMA is Mr. Modi, PM.
Oh.
He is the chairman of NDMA, and he is keeping close watch on the all the this thing happens in country, and here especially the coastal area. So he is giving the adequate fund also for this purpose, and state government with the advice of the NDMA, and they are making arrangements so that there should not be any loss of human being or the animal. Yeah. But regarding this your paddies and trees, light, bijli, pani and all these things, it's a after effect. We can't do anything. We can do after effect, and it may take nowadays it may take only 24 to 20.
So Dr. Bhatnagar, tell me something. Your teams are always present in areas where a cyclone hits much before when the cyclone hits?
Yeah.
I mean, if it is predicted to hit on a Tuesday, you will perhaps park there yourselves there on a Saturday
Yes,
itself?
yes. 2 days, 2 or 3 days earlier.
And you work in close association with the state government?
With the state government.
All right. So I also want to ask about the language issue and all that. So the state agencies help you, the SDRFs help you?
Yes, SDRF and state agencies helping, and moreover English is the main language throughout the India which can be communicated, a means of communication. So our NDRF people are well versed about the English as well as the local language also, because our teams are being placed in such a way that we know local languages also.
What becomes very challenging in a cyclonic situation for you?
Challenging means there is a challenge to our life also.
Of course.
Yes, but we are so trained that we can save ourselves and to the other people also. And we have the modest and well equipped with us. Equipment, the latest equipment we are having, and we can save ourselves as well as the people also. In day and night, both the time, we have the adequate lighting arrangements, boat, jackets, and other items also which are required for the rescue operations. So we are using these things and we are saving ourselves and people also.
Just hold your thought there. I am being joined by Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, who's Commissioner, Greater Chennai Corporation, Tamil Nadu, on the phone line. Dr. Radhakrishnan, vanakkam.
Vanakkam, madam.
So tell me something, is the situation under control? Because there were scary scenes which were being reported, particularly from Chennai and the adjoining areas like Kanchipuram and Chengalpet, sir. I would like you to please, for the benefit of the viewers and for all of us, to just give us a lay of the land, as it were, Dr. Radhakrishnan.
I'll tell you, first thing is that, the worst seems to be over, because, till yesterday, early morning, 2 o'clock, we continuously had a main cause was that, we are used to have regular rains during the season. This time, this particular cyclone got stationed just around 100 to 150 kilometers, and for 36 hours, it was very slow moving, and it led to huge downpour, where we got what we normally get in this 3-month season. Almost 40% of that rainfall happened in these hours. Having said that, till yesterday, the second challenge because of the cyclone-linked rain was that we have only 4 outlets. There may be 3,000 odd kilometers of stormwater drain, 33 micro canals, 14 other canals, Buckingham Canal, and 3 rivers. But as far as outlet goes, there is one Nellore Creek, Adayar, Kuvam, and 4 there is a Kovalam Creek.
Right.
So all these 4 areas, the sea waves ensured that there was no flow to the sea. All this rainwater plus this water within these canals could never reach. That led to unprecedented, overwashes from the various canals to newer areas, and all this happened. Then in one particular area which is not within Chennai, Narayanapuram Lake, there again there was a huge overwash, and that led to Pallikarnai and other areas got inundated. Now, after 2 a.m., as expected, the water started going, though not to the expected way to the sea, but at least the major roads are free of inundation. But we do have challenges. We have pockets like, Pallikarnai and in Perumbakam, which is just outside Chennai, but adjoining Chennai. There huge inundation is still there, where we are even airdropping food. Plus, we are also having challenges in West Mandalam and Venus Colony and central parts of Chennai. Select pockets are there. Plus, northern parts of Chennai, Voltax Road areas, we had these challenges. So that also we expect that in the next 2 or 3 days, we should be able to overcome those challenges and try to get it cleared. After that, there will be huge challenges, removing the flush debris and also look at public health activities.
Very good. Dr. Radhakrishnan, one of the other problems, and I see social media platforms, is, the erratic supply of power and electricity. I know it's not your fault, but a lot of people, and some ministers are also kind of replying to, such people also. So that, please answer that as to, has it been, is the power back in most areas? Because if you don't have power, particularly those parents who have little babies in their hands or elderly and the ailing, it becomes a big problem for them.
No two opinion about that. Roughly around 70 or 75. In this particular thing, since the actual cyclone did not cross, there were select areas, there was no power cut, but many areas, precautionary power cuts were there, particularly where, huge water inundation took place. For the safety of people, they had to do. Now, almost 70-75% of the area, to the best of my knowledge, they are independently briefing the media, CMD and the DNEB, Mr. Rajesh Lakhanis, and his minister, but 70 to 75% of the area, they have actually sort of restored. Punneri is one pocket where we still have challenges, which is happening in Tiruvallur, not in my district, but I'm just telling about the entire Chennai belt, Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram and all. So definitely the remaining part also, they are working on a war footing to ensure that this drainage of those transformers, wherever it is located, and that also they are trying to overcome.
Dr. Radhakrishnan, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. That is one voice that you hear and you feel things are under control. The best thing about him was that he said it is challenging. There are challenges, but doing his best, as it were, for the people of Tamil Nadu, particularly the district of Chennai, Kanjivaram, Chengalpet, Tiruvallur, these areas, he said that things will be brought under control. He also explained why is it that there was water logging in Chennai. That's because of the outlets. That's a major challenge, Dr. Bhatnagar, you think, because what he was trying to explain, that this is something no one can help.
Yes. So, I don't think why these problems are being reported. When state authorities are there, they are on the toe. They are day and night they are working. And why can't people are taking the help of NDRF, SDRF and the other rescue agencies? They will help in all the manners, they will help. And I think this time is not such a big crisis. Now the main part was over. Now is a secondary part, means heavy storm and this thing raining and wind storm and all these things will be definitely there. But now it's being moderate and is under control, and whatever the help required.
Yeah. Doctor, Bhatnagar, I want to know, landfall is in the process.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So people want to understand that once the landfall is in the process or it's begun, then the cyclone will recede. Is that right? Control ho jayengi cheeze?
Yeah. It becomes controlled because cyclone impact is having a time limit. Okay. It when landfall comes, within no time the speed breaks up. Speed breaks up. So the main impact is not there. Only in the red zone area impact will be there. Otherwise, so it will convert into the flood, raining, air speed, then high tides. Right. It remains like that.
All right. I am requesting my colleagues, my producers, to kind of put more visuals of the cyclone, and then I'll come back to Dr. Bhatnagar to speak a little more. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Indian today is discussing this cyclone which has hit Tamil Nadu and is in the process of making a landfall in Andhra Pradesh, Michaung. So this is something which is right on your screens right now. Winds up to 110 kilometers per hour, gusty winds. Things are of course under control. Right now you are seeing visuals of Chennai on your screen, and you know, the cyclone is in the process of making a landfall in Bapatla in Andhra Pradesh. Vijayawada visuals on your screen right now. You know, dark, angry skies, you know, incessant rainfall, roads have been flooded, houses have been inundated. This is something which the authorities really can't help. So my message is that please keep your calm. I think they are all there to help you out. The only thing is not to go out, not to complain incessantly, because like Dr. Bhatnagar was saying, this is bound to happen. This is nature's, I will not like to use fury, but this is a natural thing which occurs, and there is nothing that you can do but stay inside, keep your doors and windows closed, do not take refuge in a, you know, dilapidated building or an old building. Try and stock up some food if you can. If you can't, just do not go out. Don't be adventurous. This will pass. Like they say in life, this too shall pass. This will also pass, because once the landfall is in the process, then I think the eye of the storm is something which is under control. Like Dr. Bhatnagar said very clearly, Chennai, those are the visuals. A car has been stuck, and you know, authorities gave enough forewarning. They said, if you have important documents, please keep them safely, you know, stock them safely. If you have vehicles, park them inside, do not venture out. But you know, then again is, I'm not apportioning blame, but some people may have suffered. There you see an ambulance is there. This is Chennai. The subway, which has been completely inundated with water, one of the subways in Chennai, which Dr. Radhakrishnan was talking about, that the water is stagnating because it's not travelling on its own into the canals, like the Buckingham Canal in Chennai. Of course, I will now put up a graphic for you on your screen, which tells you those are visuals from Madipakam. Now, I'll tell you that on your screens right now, keep constant check on weather updates. I mean, now it's not very difficult. It's all over social media. Keep the doors and windows shut. That's very, very important. Switch off electrical mains as well as gas supply. Don't take shelter in damaged buildings, old buildings, deserted buildings. You should prepare an emergency kit with food and medical supplies, basic first aid just in case, so that, you know, if you're stuck and if you have a problem, God forbid, then you can actually handle the situation. Now, there are enough and more forewarnings. There is a lot of advice. You just have to pay heed rather than panic or complain. Those two things, if you don't do, you are safe in a cyclonic condition like that. I'm going to speak to Dr. Bhatnagar right now, who's an expert, of course, and he's somebody who set up the NDRF way back, almost 20 years ago? Yeah, my God, yeah, I mean, that's some achievement. Tell me something that, you know, they say that these cyclones, although there is enough forewarning and everything which is given, a lot of people still suffer, you know, particularly poor people, Dr. Sir.
Not like that. Already when we have given enough warning before 3 days earlier, and the adequate arrangement has been made, the adequate warnings has been issued. I don't know, I am afraid why people are not following the instructions and all these things. Why they are complaining when you know that this type of challenge is coming. Government is giving the adequate arrangements have made. The government is giving all the guidelines. I am afraid why people are not following all these things. Now you see, few Johnnies are there who want to capture the videography of this cyclone and photography, all these things. They are coming out like to enjoy. So it's not the question of enjoy. You save your life. Don't try to be over smart. Try to be save your life, save your family, save your house and all these things. You know that due to this heavy storm, this is splinter effects are there. So many debris are coming with the storm speeds. So what happened that due to that speed they hit and they fall down and they injured themselves. So these are the things. And now one report I came to know that so few babies are not getting the milk and all
yeah.
this thing. I don't know. Dry milk is there. We are even then instructing the people that you collect all the gas cylinder, your filter waters, and your ration, and all the daily needs with in your house. If you are residing in a pakka house, so here at least they can do if they are residing there. Otherwise, in shelter home, everything is available. Don't complain like that. Try to cooperate with the state government, and you know that when we people are there with you, especially the NDRF, when we are there with you, you need not to worry. You just give a ring or communicate to us. We will help you in day or night whenever you require our help. We are ready to help. We are doing also. We are doing also.
Absolutely. NDRF, it's there on the ground, and that's why I think everyone shall be safe so far as Michaung is concerned. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhatnagar, for joining us on the broadcast on this cyclone. The elections in Telangana, of course, very, very challenging. The Congress party trumped it by actually dislodging BRS and K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who, if he had won, would have been the first chief minister in the south with a hat trick. But that was not to be. Instead, it's a man about whom there's a bit of a controversy. But then, ladies and gentlemen, he is somebody who has trumped it. That's the man of the moment, Revanth Reddy. The South Indian tells you is to be the Chief Minister of Telangana, and he is the man of the moment, the 54-year-old who began his political life as an ABVP activist, joined the TDP, and in 2021 took over from Uttam Reddy as President of Telangana Congress. But you know what? It hasn't been an easy journey for Revanth Reddy, as even a year ago he was facing immense opposition and revolt from within his party colleagues who accused him of being immature, ineffective, unresponsive. Remember Ponnala Lakshmaiah, very, very senior leader, of course, 45 years in the Congress. He said, Revanth just does not listen to me, and he dumped the Congress and went to the BRS. After the Congress won the recent assembly elections with 64 seats, trumping the BRS with just 39, it was presumed that it shall be Revanth who shall occupy the CM's chair. But, starting 3rd December, apparently there were many voices of dissent against his candidature, leading to a postponement in his swearing-in ceremony. Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka, Uttam Kumar Reddy, Sridhar Babu, and of course the Komti Reddy brothers, Venkat and Rajagopal, who some people say allegedly did not want Revanth to take the mantle. Matters came to a head when AICC observers including Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar and AICC in charge of Telangana Manikrao Thakare travelled to Delhi to discuss the matter further with the party High Command.
We are here only to submit the report, that's all. We are here to submit the report. Apart from that, we have given a one-line resolution. There is a one-line resolution that the party High Command will take the decision and the party High Command will decide and we will inform you.
Opinion was sought from 64 MLAs at the Hyderabad hotel, and after matters reached Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, it is now final. The South Indian is telling you, Revanth Reddy will take oath as Chief Minister of Telangana. But then, why was there so much drama over a man who seemed to be the architect of Congress's victory in Telangana? Let's debate. Nagesh Kumar, senior journalist, political analyst, is joining us, and also Banu Chandar Nagarajan is with us. Hello to both of you. Good to see you. Nagesh Kumar, you know, why was such a drama? Was Karnataka example being repeated in Telangana? We saw the lot of drama between Siddaramaiah and DKS coming and going to Delhi saying, I will not talk to press, etc., etc. Revanth Reddy, you and I, on this show, around 6 weeks ago, discussed this about how there are too many claimants. Did that play out again, Nagesh Garu?
Right from the beginning, that is, from the day he was appointed as PCC president, his partymen saw him as an outsider. Some even saw him as a protege of Chandrababu Naidu for the reason that he had come from the Telugu Desam party and he was caught in the note for vote scam. And then his detractors in the other party, that is the BRS, saw him as a ABVP RSS man. But and from day one, there was a lot of mudslinging against him by the Komareddy brothers and then by another MLA from Sangareddy, that is Jaggareddy. So that thing continued even after his election. On the day that this AICC observers took the individual opinions, you see that one-line resolution is just is just for namesake. Actually, they met each and every one of the 64 MLAs individually and sought their opinion. It seems that out of the 64 MLAs, nearly 2/3 have favored Revanth Reddy. So it should have been done and dusted there. But the problem arose because of what you said just now. You are 100% right. These are the people who opposed his candidature, saying that he is not a original party man. So then they had no option. They wanted to have a chief minister by consensus and not by a majority.
Yeah, but Nagesh Garu, also maybe, do you agree that Revanth had a premonition of this? Because, you know, many weeks ago, if you remember, amongst other things that, you know, he made some controversial remarks about power supply, free power, etc. He also said, who knows, maybe Sitaka can also be the chief minister. Do you think he said it because he had a premonition that there will be a revolt, Nagesh Garu?
No, that was more of a sarcastic remark.
Okay.
Because Sitaka could not possibly be in the race for the chief ministership. But the fact remains that, you know, he was playing it quite cautiously. By and large, he was playing it cautiously, saying that this victory was achieved with the contribution of Uttam Kumar Reddy, Komareddy brothers, Sridhar Babu, and others. Meaning that they were also likely to be in the race for the chief minister's post. But then the problem arose, if the chief ministers, if he was finalized for the chief minister's post, then they wanted to have a Dalit post. The Congress High Command
That's what I wanted
to have a Dalit post for the post, because
which I will, Nagesh Garu, which I want to ask Banu Chandar. You took the words out of my mouth. As always, Nagesh Kumar is ahead of many people by many steps, and I was just thinking about this. Banu, this Bhatti Vikramarka, if he is made the chief minister or even if he is made the deputy chief minister, in one way he ticks a box. He ticks a box for the Congress party, and considering Mr. Kharge himself being a Dalit, the thing is, and also Rahul Gandhi going on and on and on about jiski jitni hissedari, zimmedari and all that. Do you think that that could be one of the reasons for this entire revolt which was brewing against the chief ministership of Revanth Reddy, Banu?
Good evening, Sudha. Good evening,
Hi.
Nagesh. I think this is how the Congress makes its decisions. From the Nataka of Karnataka, we have moved to the Nach Gana of Telangana. That's something I've
wow.
So, so I think when the majority is slender, I think the High Command calls the shots. In this case, Revanth has 2/3 of the majority of 42 out of the 64 of the MLA. So I think the deal is done there. But nevertheless, all of these contenders will make their case to put their points across, and they will get rewarded in multiple other ways, whether through resources, ministerial posts for them and their loyalists, and so on. So this is a bargaining thing that usually happens in the Congress. But I think Congress will take a quick decision. Apparently, it looks that way. They have not announced it because their credibility is on the line, and they would make sure that the anti-incumbency doesn't start even before the government is formed. So I think those are the things that will come into play. See, BJP can live with a slender majority, right? Congress cannot live with a slender majority, so they have to keep their flock together throughout the 5-year tenure. Let's see how they do it.
Nagesh Garu, I want for the benefit of the viewers. Now, Sitaka, you said, was made as a kind of caustic stroke, sarcastic remark, but her name is there in a lot of articles that I have been reading since morning. But I want what really is foxing me is that Uttam Reddy is done and dusted. Where is his name coming from? And also the Komti Reddy brothers, Venkat OK recently said, Sonia Amma wants me to be chief minister. But then Rajagopal has just come back home, I say. So where are all these names? And I am saying this because Revanth Reddy, I mean, it's not that any politician is pure as white snow, but the point is this man actually has evolved, over the couple of months and kept the party together. So where are all these names coming from? It seems more like mischief than anything else.
You see, Uttam Kumar Reddy was the previous PCC president.
Yeah.
So that's why he considers himself to be in the race. Number one. Number two, several people have undertaken this Padayatra. Revanth Reddy was one, Bhatti Vikramarka was another, and so was Uttam Reddy. So these people think that having undertaken the Padayatra and worked hard for the party, they are in the race for the chief minister's post. And then he has the ear of the party high command because he has been the ADC to the president and all that. He knows quite well the Congress leaders at the center. Then, as far as the Komatiredi brothers are concerned, you see, Rajagopal Reddy quit the party, returned and won the election. But the other brother, that is Komatiredi Venkat Reddy, at one time he threatened to leave the party.
Yeah.
So with great persuasion, they managed to retain him, and now he's sitting pretty. And now he thinks that now he went on record to say that this is nobody's property, Congress party. We are not a regional party like TRS or TDP. We are a national party. And here it is not Revanth Reddy's writ that will run large here. It is our writ that will run here. So he was trying to say that, Revanth Reddy is not the man to be selected for the chief ministership. So, and Bhatti Vikramarka also successfully carried out a 3,000 odd kilometer Padayatra. So that's why so many teams are coming out. And Bhatti, as you rightly said, is the Dalit face of the chief minister. And with Lok Sabha elections round the corner, they wanted to show that in among the three states that they have, that the Congress has, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka and Telangana, in one of the states they have a Dalit as the chief minister. And in Karnataka, I think they have got a backward class as a chief minister.
Absolutely. Kuruba, yes, as in Siddaramaiah.
Correct.
Yes. I want to ask you, Bhanuchandar, that I have seen the, no, I have not seen, but I've studied the evolution, as it were, of Revanth Reddy, from where he was and where he has reached. Don't you think that he has honed his skills to a large extent, in the sense he may not be in the league of Siddaramaiah or DKS, he is younger than both, he is 54, 55 years, he is going to turn 55 there. They are in their 70s and DKS is now 62 years, 61 years old. So, I am saying that there is an age gap, but the point is that Revanth Reddy has honed his skill to be somebody who can keep the flock together, who can see that it is given a direction. Would you agree to that, or would you say no, he still needs to go, quite a distance, as it were?
I absolutely agree with you. Like, he's 53 and in a party like Congress with various pushes and pulls, he is turned out to be the numero uno, and he is probably going to be sworn in as the chief minister. So undoubtedly this is an achievement. And coming from ABVP, he has maneuvered through the political system through TDP and ultimately in the Congress. So I think absolutely all credit to him. You can't take it away. I think in the evolution of a leader, he has crossed the first Rubicon. The second one awaits him, which is that of governing. So let's see how he governs for the next 5 years, given all these.
Nagesh Garu, what about Deputy Chief Minister? Are they going to, what are you hearing on the ground? What I have heard is that there is going to be only one. There is going to be no rotation as such. They are going to pretty much follow what is going on in Karnataka, because it's a mess there. Every day there is a revolt. I want to be Deputy Chief Minister. Why are there not more than one? So, what are your sources telling you, or rather, what is healthy for the government right now in Telangana?
No, if there is only one Deputy Chief Minister, it is going to be Bhatti Vikramarka. About that, there is no doubt.
Yes.
But then, if there is more than one, Uttam Kumar Reddy will be the second Deputy Chief Minister. So, but it seems, these are reports that we are hearing from various sources. Bhatti Vikramarka insists that not only she should be the Deputy Chief Minister, but he should be the sole Deputy Chief Minister.
Yes.
There should not be two. Number one. But two is that he should have a plum portfolio as Deputy Chief Minister, not a sort of a dummy Deputy Chief Minister. And then another one of the reasons for the delay in the swearing in, originally it was sort of rumored that the swearing in will take place on 4th itself, because their bad experience in Goa, where Digvijay Singh and others were caught napping, and Manohar Parrikar became the Chief Minister. So they did not want a repeat. So they wanted to have the swearing in on 4th evening itself. That is a day after the polling was complete. But that did not happen. So these people now, they wanted to form the cabinet also. So for the cabinet, there is an upper ceiling of 19 members. So for the cabinet, what was speculated was that there will be 4 Reddys, 4 backward classes, 2 scheduled castes, 2 scheduled tribes, 1 Brahmin and 1 Velama. So, and then Sitaka will be, reason why I am mentioning all this caste-wise breakup is, so Sitaka's name would crop up for this post of speaker. She is not only is she a Mahila, she is a woman, but she is a tribal also. A tribal woman would sort of a good publicity for the Congress in a key position.
Right.
So that's where she came in.
Yeah, so let's wait when, but then one thing is for sure, you both agree that it is going to be Revanth Reddy who is going to sit in the CM's chair. There is no more speculation. I heard this in the morning itself and everyone was jumping around. I said, if we apply some logic also, like what Bhanuchandar said, that after all he is someone who's actually built the party, and you also agree that he is somebody, around whom the new government should be able to function, better than all the others, because not that I keep saying this, no politician is white as snow, but he seems to be the man who deserves to be the Chief Minister of Telangana. Thank you very much, Nagesh Kumar. Always such a pleasure speaking with you. Bhanuchandar, thank you so much for joining us indeed. Thank you. And with that, the South Indian says bye-bye to you. Tomorrow I shall be back, and of course with lots more, concentrating on all the South Indian states and bring you news about politics, trends, and who knows, also about something which concerns all of us. Stay well, take care, Vanakkam.
They picked my husband. He was tortured there for 2 years. He was enforced disappeared. We had no idea where he is. Within 15 minutes, we got the information that the whole area is surrounded by Pakistan Army. I came out from that in disguise, and after 5 to 6 hours, I was in Kandahar. I don't have any message for Pakistan. There is no politician in Pakistan. They are puppets of Pakistan Army.
Streaming now. This and more streaming on world's first news OTT, News9 Plus. Download now.
I recently received a friend request from Mahira Sharma. Now, we seem to have a lot of friends in common on social media, particularly from the military veterans community. But something about her didn't quite add up. So we decided to investigate. Now, honey traps as an espionage tool are nothing new. They've been around for centuries. But Pakistan's ISI, their spy agency, has been perfecting honey traps in the virtual space. Our story takes you inside Pakistan's honey trap machine.